afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another video. In this video, I would like to discuss the character arcs that you see in generational patterns and how those patterns repeat themselves. Now, you see, in understanding a repetitive pattern in a family, you have to analyze where the pattern essentially begins. So what is the pattern of the true king? Well, for one, the true king of France, Thomas Alexandre Dumas, had to work for everything he ever accomplished. And after he accomplished everything he did, he had absolutely everything taken from him. Because you see, for Napoleon, in order for Napoleon to rule the French Empire at that particular point, it meant that he needed to secure a way to throw the true king into a cell so he may not return to the people and be voted in power by being told and telling the people, your true king is dead. I am now the emperor, is the method Napoleon used. And so now, where do you see this pattern represent itself or repeat itself in the family? Where once again, the true king has had to work for everything he's ever had in his life. He's also had everything taken away from him beyond having worked for everything he's ever had in his life. And the true king is also in a cell, rotting in a different country. And so, some of you may ask, well, is the French monarchy technically that important? I don't know. Imagine in this present day and age, if all of a sudden you found out that the monarchy you were supposed to be has also kept you in poverty because the world has been lying to you as a result that they knew you were going to be that monarch. They just didn't realize when. And so, what would you say is the key point for Napoleon in the winning of his battles? Who was the one that was truly represented fairly in history? Well, certainly not General Dumas. And you see, as a fine swordsman and a fine fighter, Thomas Alexandre Dumas was not just a man that would rule the world. He was also a man that would revelate it, creating revolution by causing revelation. Because see, the Gospel of Thomas was written by Thomas Alexandre Dumas. This particular gospel was found in a small region in Egypt just south of Cairo down the Nile River, which Cairo sits directly on the Nile River. And now when you see the Gospel of Thomas speak of Christian newly developable values, which are newly understandable, more easy way of looking at things, if you wish, this was not accepted by the church. Because how could the church appoint a man of color to be a representative of Christ at that particular point? Where now you see the Roman Empire ruled by another monarch, the Pope. Where you now see the Roman Empire themselves still obey in a monarchy in Italy. And so, imagine all of a sudden if the Vatican did not have a Pope, if the Vatican did not have a king, which is appointed into power by the holiest of the holiest in order for the monarch, that which the rest connect to God through him, because through him he connects to God, the monarch connects to the people connect to the monarch, and they themselves connect to God in return. In a investment of sorts, if you wish, you simply have to have good faith into the monarch, that which you are choosing to be the head of your faith at that particular time. And so, to you as a viewer, what would you say are some similarities as well between myself and General Dumas? You see, in understanding General Dumas, I began to understand myself, which is the same story once again, told from a different era. Because we are the same people. You see, Thomas Alexandre Dumas is the true king. And it's time for France to make a decision based on the battles you have been faced. Do you accept this challenge of accepting your true king?